Hello, welcome to another episode of our live stream, My Journey to the Trinity. And I actually started a half hour early. Sorry about that. I was thinking I did it for 9 o'clock, but I did the notification for 9:30. But then I came on early. So, okay, if we start early, we'll end early. So, anyway, I just wanted to, hello, welcome, Tiger. God bless you. Hope you're doing well. And always appreciate. I've never had you come on, Tiger. I don't know if you would like to come on, but in case you would like to, let me just put an invite here for you. You're one of our long-standing friends, and so if you would like to come on, here's the link. So, um, yeah, today I just kind of want to talk a little bit about. I'm also, by the way, this is also a cousin alert episode because I have this friend. I'm not sure he's a cousin, but he probably is because we're all 46th cousins or something like that. I heard that I'm even Barack Obama's cousin. Uh, so yes. Anyway, let me see. I'm asking this cousin to come on, and he comes on every now and then, and he'll comment on stuff. Um, but then for some reason I'm not saying, you know, let me just send him another invite. Let me put the link there for him in case he wants to come on. And let me just put on, I'm going to write it in English. I'm going to write it in Arabic, excuse me. And debate me. Let me see. In Arabic. إذا إذا في حد يحب يناقشني عن السيد المسيح وكل الآيات عنه في القرآن تفضل. Okay. So I'm saying if anybody wants to come on and talk to me about Jesus and what it says about him in the Quran, welcome. So the reason I do that on Facebook is because that's where I usually get most of my interaction. Too early, brother. You bet. So if you ever want to come on, though, you're welcome. Hallelujah. Praise be to the Lord. It is well with your soul. Amen. That's what matters. And with Jesus Christ, everything is well. Been a crazy couple of days. Had a weird situation happen today. I was kind of shocked actually to see it. But I talked a little bit yesterday about my village in. Let me see. Let me see if I got it here. I talked about my village that my father's from. I call it my village, but it's my father's village, and I'm not sure they really want me. I've heard they don't. So, but let me see. The thing that is, okay, you know what? I may not have made a slide about it, but I could show it to you. And that is that my village was in the news today. Let me see, where was it? It's the Jerusalem Post. Yeah. So I told you guys yesterday about my village, and this is my village right here, Der de Bouin. Told you the word Der means monastery in Arabic. De Bouin, um, I don't know. Because it was a monastery, probably Catholic, it's likely that it was French. Because the French definitely had a role in the Middle East. Now, the French were mostly north in Lebanon and in Syria, whereas the English were more focused after the collapse of the Ottoman Caliphate. The British, the Middle East was split up between the French and the British. And some of the countries that went with the French include Algeria, Morocco, Tunisia. Uh, there's another one too. What was the other one? Shoot, I forgot what it's called. There's another one, that were French colonies, and Lebanon. Lebanon was a French colony, but then the British had the rest, like Egypt, um, uh, uh, the Mandate of Palestine, which includes uh, the Holy Land, Jordan, Syria, um, and I think Iraq as well. And so, anyway, Kurdistan, that whole area. So, when they divided all the nations in 1948, they gave them back to, whoever's country it was, Algeria, Morocco, Syria, Lebanon, um, and Jordan. They gave them back to the original inhabitants, essentially. And so there may have been a French influence, and Desboines, which is the second name of my village, sounds a lot like Dubois, which is a very famous French name, Dubois. Charlie Dubois is a famous actor, and so anyway, maybe Desboines is taken from that. I don't know. I'm not sure, but it's possible. So anyway, but this was the news today. This is what the Jerusalem Post said. Terrorists attack Israelis with clubs and stones. Several terrorists armed with clubs, a knife, and stones attacked Israeli civilians near Der Dibouin and then fled the scene, the IDF reported Saturday. Two Israeli civilians were injured and were evacuated to the hospital for medical treatment, the military said. Okay. IDF and Israeli police force were dispatched to the scene to look for the perpetrators. Okay. Now, I talked with relatives from there, and they told me that the settlers had gone and stolen sheep from a shepherd. There was a shepherd, and they went and stole their sheep. And so that, it, essentially saying that, um, uh, let me see, let me see if I can find the what it said. Uh, they attacked. Okay. Settlers stole 800 sheep and donkeys and horses. Okay. So that's what the Arab side of the story is, whereas the Israeli side is that they were attacked with clubs and knives. So anyway, my village is on the Jerusalem Post. It was pretty harsh language. Terrorists attack Israelis with clubs and stones. Um, I don't. Um, Yeah. So anyway, that's all the news I've seen about that today. But with everything that's going on over there, you kind of don't really want to hear that your village is involved in any of that. Lebanon had a choice between speaking French and Arabic, and they chose Arabic. Well, originally the people there were speaking Arabic. That was the original language there. And so the French colonized it. That was a colony for a while, and then they left and gave it back essentially to the Lebanese, but they're still involved in it. And the British, same way with the British, that they're still involved in some. um, our village is AI, artificial intelligence. You know what? I could make a bad joke, but my relatives are already angry with me, so I'm not going to say anything about that. But I do think you guys, I do believe that artificial intelligence is going to lead to the mark of the beast and to the image of the beast, the abomination that causes desolation, which the Bible talks about. That the false prophet makes an image of the Antichrist, of the beast, and then breathes life into it to where it can speak. You know, that's nothing for us now. That's nothing for us now. You know, 2,000 years ago, that's impossible, but today that's not impossible. So I do believe AI, and AI is, uh, very much a part of Bible prophecy too. In Isaiah chapter 10, talks about AI and about the Assyrian. Um, so anyway, but anyway, so my village was on the news. So there you have it. So it's not good news. I wish it wasn't on the news, but there you have it. So anyway, but the subject that I wanted to talk about a little bit today is, can Mohammed save you from going to hell? Um, um, Let me just open these real quick. Oops. I have to first get rid of some of these. I got so many overlays that I can't use. I can't get any more. So I just want to get rid of some of them so that I could put them on here. Get the rest. Just take me a second here. Can Muhammad save your life if you are, a Muslim? Can Muhammad save you from going to Jehennam? That's very important to Muslims. They're very concerned about going to Jehennam. And okay, let me just get rid of a couple more of these here. By the way, you guys, I don't know if you noticed, there was also news of another attack today, a fatal attack in France by an Algerian. Um, the there was an attack already on an attack in Germany. Then there was an attack in Austria. There was another attack in Germany, and there was an attack in France today. And so it's just like every day now, they're getting attacks, and they're always with somebody saying Allahu Akbar. So almost every case, it's been somebody saying Allahu Akbar. So you know, I don't know. It's doesn't sound good. And Germany is on the verge of an election. Have an election on the 27th in 5 days. And stuff like this is the kind of thing that um, makes people usually uh, turn against immigration and against immigrants and turn towards nationalism and right wing, and I'm right wing, so I'm not criticizing right wing, but that's usually what happens when people are scared. When people are scared, they tend to go with like the right, like it happened in America with Donald Trump. And so, yeah, that's kind of looking like what is going to happen in Germany. And if England doesn't change, I won't be surprised if there's not going to be a same situation happen there. In England, that they're going to go with the right wing, and they've done it before. It's happened before, even though the British are very you know they're very accommodating, let's say, uh, accommodating to immigration and to the foreigners. But there comes like a red line when you cross that red line, and that seems to be happening in England right now too. I think people are really upset, that their freedom of speech is infringed upon, and so anyway, we'll see what happens. In the one to really watch is Germany. That's the next big election. There was the election in France, and that was kind of a surprise. But the big one to watch now is Germany. That's going to be the big one. So, right is right. Yep. Left is. Hey, Emmanuel Shahid, how are you? God bless you, my friend. Emmanuel, as a brother who cares about you and who cares uh, about your ministry and about your just the way that you are being used right now. I just want to tell you that your spelling sucks. Sorry, bro. I was looking at one of your videos, and it said ISIS plots to poison food. Dude, plots. Let me just tell you, because I was a journalist. I studied English. I know how to spell. And plots is with one T, not two T's. And poison is Poison. So anyway, just wanted to tell you that, bro. I care about. I have a bad habit type. So yeah, yeah. I thought that was funny, man. But yes, the I actually spell, even though I was a journalist, and so it was very important to learn how to spell. I was actually known at the newspaper I worked at. I was known for my creative spelling, uh, creative spelling, poetic freedom, poetic license. Yeah, uh, yeah. So anyway, we're just asking kind of a question: can Mohammed save you from going to hell? Is it possible? Can Muhammad save people? Can he save Muslims from going to hell? Well, I got a couple of hadiths I want to look at. Okay. This is a hadith. I used to talk about it a lot, but I haven't talked about it in a while. And it's a sahih hadith. Um, and it's in Jami' Tirmidhi. It says, when the following was revealed, and warn your tribe of near kindred, the messenger of Allah said, gathered the families of the Quraysh, calling them one and all. He said, O people of Quraysh, ransom yourselves from the fire. I have no power to prevent harm or to bring benefit to you before Allah. Yo boy. I have no power to prevent harm or bring benefit to you before Allah. Wow. He's saying that to who? He's saying that to the relatives. Oh, am I too loud? Oh, okay. Say hi. Sorry, we have some guests. So anyway, you know, here Muhammad is saying that very strange. It's a very strange way of saying it. You know why? Because it reminds me. It reminds me of what Omar bin Khattab said. Okay, this reminds me of what Omar bin Khattab said, and it's very similar. Um, uh, okay, let me just show you this. This hadith is from Omar bin Khattab. Um, did I get it? Okay, yeah. Wow. Okay, this is what Omar bin Khattab. Now, Omar bin Khattab was talking to the Black Rock in Mecca. He was talking to the Black Rock in Mecca, and look what he said. Omar, uh, uh, kissing the black stone, El Hajar al Aswad, and saying, I know that you are just a rock, and you can neither do harm nor give benefit. Had I not seen the messenger kissing you, I would not have kissed you. So Umar bin Khattab, he's saying, I know that you are just a rock and that you can neither do harm nor give benefit. I mean, Umar bin Khattab said this about the Black Rock. This is the second caliph. The second caliph said this. And, but then look what Muhammad says about himself. It's very similar. Look what Muhammad says about himself. He says to his relatives, he says, ransom yourself from the fire. I have no power to prevent harm or bring benefit to you before Allah. Wow. Muhammad cannot save you Muslims. If you're a Muslim, Muhammad cannot save you. He says, I have no power to prevent harm or bring benefit to you before Allah. So on Judgment Day, Muslims, you're on your own. You're on your own. Muhammad can do you, he says here, this is a Sahih Hadith, that he can do you no good or bad, no harm and no benefit. He can't prevent harm and he can't bring benefit. Prevent harm means he can't save you from going to hell. Wow. This is talking to his own relatives. To his own relatives, he says that. I have no power to prevent harm or bring benefit to you before Allah. Then he says, O people of Banu Abdul Manaf. Okay, now these are also like his tribe. He says, ransom yourselves from the fire. I have no power to prevent harm or bring benefit to you before Allah. So Muhammad here again is saying to his close relatives now, says, hey, y'all, go save yourselves. I can do neither. I cannot prevent harm and I can't do good. I can't do nothing for you. Wow. What the heck? Why are people following him if he can't do nothing for them? Why do people follow him when he says this? Sahih Hadith. And you know what? I'm going to have to post this on Facebook. In fact, you know what? Since I'm doing this live right now, I want to, let me see if I can get this right now. Um, I want to put it in Arabic, actually. Um, Let's see if I can. Okay. All right. And now I can copy it. Okay. Just 1 second here, you guys. I just want to put it on Facebook because this is where I usually get my reactions on Facebook, and especially when it's in Arabic. When it's in Arabic, I get usually some reactions. Hopefully, one of my relatives will read it and come on. Okay. 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 So I put it in Arabic there, and wow, this is devastating hadith, man. It's like, why follow Muhammad? What's the purpose of following Muhammad? He tells his relatives, save yourselves from the fire. I have no power to prevent harm or bring benefit to you before Allah. Then he says, O people of Benu Qusay, again, these are relatives of his, ransom yourselves from the fire. I have no power to prevent harm or bring benefit to you. Then he says, O people of Benu Abdul Muttalib. Remember Abdul Muttalib? Who's that? Sons of Abdul Muttalib. That was his grandfather. Okay? Ransom yourselves from the fire. I have no power to prevent harm or bring benefit to you. And now comes the most devastating one of all. Fatima bint Muhammad. That means Fatima, Muhammad's daughter. He's saying to her, ransom yourself from the fire. I have no power to prevent harm or bring benefit to you before Allah. He has no power to bring you harm or benefit before Allah. And then it says, all you have is the womb and the kind relations that shall come out of it. What the heck? What the heck? What does this even mean? What does this even mean? Do you know this, Muslims? Muhammad said he can't save you. He can't do any benefit. He can't do good or bad. Okay. You know what it is? The word for, you know what? When they translated this, let's see, nar, فإني لا أملك لكم ضر ولا نفعا يا فاطمة بنت محمد انقذي نفسك. Unqudhi means save yourself. Min النار, save yourself from the fire. فإني لا أملك لك ضر ولا نفعا. Muhammad saying to his own daughter Fatima, do not um, save yourself from the fire. I cannot benefit you or harm you or prevent harm from you. Okay. Um, and then says, in laka rahma sa'abilha bibalha. Okay. What it's saying is the word for womb in Arabic is raham. Raham. The word for mercy in Arabic is rahma. So it's the same word. So when it says you only all you have is the womb, what it should be is all you have is mercy. To depend on mercy, and um, um, uh, you guys, I gotta put this. I definitely gotta put that on Facebook. Just that line. It is like, wow. It's saying Muhammad cannot save you from hell. Muhammad saying even his own daughter. Even his own daughter, Mohammed, cannot save you. Um, Hello, Jedediah. God bless you. The Lord be with you. Um, so Muhammad says, look, you guys, even his own daughter, Fatima, he says, I can't do you benefit and I can't prevent harm. Prevent harm means what? I can't save you from going to hell. He's saying that to his own daughter. So what the heck? What the heck is the use of what good is Muhammad? What is the benefit of Muhammad? He's telling his relatives, I can't do anything for you. Okay? I can't benefit you and I can't harm you. It's a Sahih hadith. His family, his relatives, his daughter, he can't benefit them. And then there's another hadith. There's another one. And this is about his mother. This is about his mother. Okay? And this is what it says about Muhammad's mother. The apostle of Allah visited the grave of his mother, and he wept, and moved others around him to tears, and said, I sought permission from my Lord to beg forgiveness for her, but it was not granted me. And I sought permission to visit her grave, and it was granted me. So I visit the graves, for that makes you mindful of death. But he begged for forgiveness for his mother. This is a Sahih Hadith, Sahih Muslim. He begged for forgiveness for his mother. And he could not intercede for his mother. His mother was in hell. He begged for forgiveness for her. He couldn't even save his own mother. He could not save his daughter. He could not save his mother. How is he going to save the billion Muslims in the world today? There's like 1 billion Muslims in the world today. How is he going to save them when he could not save his mother, could not save his relatives, could not save his clan, could not even save his own daughter? He said it clear as day. I can't do benefit. I can't do benefit. I can't do harm for you. That's what he told his daughter, Fatima. So Muslims, why are you following this guy? Why do you follow this guy when he can't do you good, can't do you bad? In fact, let's even take it one step further. One step further, okay? Let me see. I hope this is gonna work. Okay. All right. Here is this is a Quran verse. Okay, and Allah's telling Muhammad, say, I am not the first messenger ever sent, nor do I know what will happen to me or you. If you look in the Arabic, ma adri ma yaf'al bi aw bikum. He doesn't know what's going to happen to you or to himself. He doesn't even know if he's going to heaven. This is Quran. Allah's telling him to say this. Allah's telling him to say that he cannot save himself. He doesn't even know if he's going to heaven or hell. And then there's a hadith that says he can't save his relatives, he can't save his clan, he can't save his neighbors, and he can't save his daughter. And then there's other hadith says he cannot even intercede for his mother who's in hell. And his father, by the way, is also in hell. So Muhammad's mother, father, daughter, they're all in hell, and he can't do nothing for them. He told them, save yourself, because I can't do anything for you, good or bad. So why follow him if he doesn't know where he's going? He doesn't know. He doesn't know what's going to happen to him or to you. Why follow him? Now let's compare this to Jesus. Okay, um, let me. Okay, let's just look at this one verse. One of my favorite verses in the Bible is Luke 23. Uh, it's Luke 23, verse 43 here. Let me just show you this. Compared to Muhammad, Muhammad says, Muhammad says, I don't know what's going to happen to me or you. Okay? Muhammad says, I don't know what's going to happen to me or you. Compare that to what Jesus says. Compare that to what Jesus says. Okay? Look what Jesus said. There was a thief who said to him, remember me when you come into your kingdom. Jesus said to him, truly I tell you, today you will be with me in paradise. Today you'll be with me in paradise. Now, you guys, there's so much that you can say about this. Number one, Jesus knows. Muhammad said, "Ma adri mada yaf'al bi or I don't know what's going to happen to me or you. Jesus knew what's going to happen to him and what's going to happen to his follower. Jesus knew what was going to happen to him, and he knew what was going to happen to his follower. In this case, his follower is the thief on the cross. He said, today you will be with me in paradise. Jesus knows where he's going, and he knows how to take you there. He knows how to take you there. And so he did that for this thief, compared to Muhammad, who doesn't even know where he's going. Never mind. And then and in terms of Muhammad being able to help you, he said he cannot help you. He says, I can't help you. Can't do you harm. I can't prevent harm, and I can't do you benefit. Compared to Jesus, who can do you benefit. He said, today, truly, I tell you, today you will be with me in paradise. And you know what's interesting, you guys, is Jesus said, today you'll be with me in paradise. And you know what's interesting? These guys were crucified that day. Usually people didn't die the first day. Usually people were alive on the cross for several days. They were alive, but they're barely breathing, barely surviving, but they were alive. And they used to, they would push themselves up and go, take a breath, exhale. So they would be on the cross for several days. But Jesus told them, today you'll be with me. So why is it that, how did he know that? Of course, he's God. He knows everything. But he told them, today you'll be with me. Well, what happened? Remember what happened when because it was the Passover? What did they have to do to those thieves so that they would die early? They had to break their legs. So by breaking his legs, he wasn't able to breathe anymore, and he died. And he died. And he went to paradise that same day with Jesus. Jesus died before him. Okay, Jesus died before him. Remember when the soldier came to Jesus and he was going to break his legs too, but when he saw Jesus, he was already dead. Instead, he plunged the spear into his side, and the blood and water came out. So Jesus said, "Today you'll be with me in paradise." That was fulfilled. That was fulfilled, and so Jesus knew where he's going, and he knows how to take you there. Mohammed doesn't even know where he's going, and he says very clearly that he doesn't know how to take you there. He cannot help you. He couldn't help his family, couldn't help his tribe, couldn't help his neighbors, couldn't help his daughter, couldn't help his mother. The hadith all says that. He couldn't help anybody. That's what Muhammad said in his own words, Sahih Hadith. If you're a Muslim, you should leave Islam right now. You should leave Islam right now if you're a Muslim. Muhammad cannot benefit you at all. He said it. So let's show some more verses about the fact that Jesus can save. You know, Jesus said, "Truly, truly, I tell you, whoever hears my word and believes in him who sent me has eternal life, will not come under judgment, so you'll not go to hell. Indeed, he has crossed over death to life. You will not be judged whether you're going to go to heaven or hell because you've already passed over that, passed from death into life. You passed over. That's the true Passover. Passover, death into life. And I know when I was a Muslim, I was so scared of Judgment Day. Yom al-Qiyamah, they used to call it. Yom al-Din. Okay, and that's one of the things you have to believe in as a Muslim is the Day of Judgment. And you don't know what's going to happen there. You're going to put your good works on the scale and the bad works, and you hope that you get more good works than bad works. Okay, and you know, but you never have any assurance of salvation. But with Jesus, you do have assurance. And here's another thing Jesus says: everyone who believes in me will never die. Everyone who believes in me will never die. Whoever believes in me will live even though he dies. Jesus said that. So he knows how to save you, and he knows where he's going. He knows how to take you there. And it says, but to all who did receive him, to those who believed in his name, he gave the right to become the children of God, children born not of blood, nor of the desire or will of man, but born of God. Okay, so we could sit here for an hour showing verses where Jesus says, if you believe in him, you're going to go to heaven. And Jesus is the one. And then it talks about, I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go, I'll return so I can take you. He's preparing the place for us. He's going to come back and take us with him to go there. So that's who Jesus is. He knows where he's going. He knows how to take us there. And he's going to take us with him. Now, Mohammed doesn't know where he's going. He doesn't know where you're going. And he very clearly says he cannot help be of any benefit to you on Judgment Day. Jesus, on the other hand, because he died on the cross, he can save us. He knows where he's going. He knows how to get there. He knows how to take you there. So praise be to God. So anyway, guys, I just want to do a little thing about that today. I was kind of hoping that one of my cousins was going to come on, but they didn't come on. But anyway, so if you haven't done it, do it now. Jesus, help me. Jesus, forgive me. Jesus, come into my heart. Jesus, help me. Jesus, forgive me. Jesus, come into my heart. Yasur sa'idni. Yasur samahni. Yasur udkhul albi. We love you, and more importantly, he loves you. Have a great night, you guys. Thanks for spending a few moments with us today. Have a great day in church.